Tigers, Miss Ortiz here, coming to you from my backyard. So those of you that know me know that I love to work out. So today I'm going to share my favorite hobby with you guys. If you have siblings, parents, family members, anybody who wants to join in, feel free. All that you need is some water and either a mat or a towel or a yoga mat, okay? Anything for you to kind of use as cushion. If you're doing it indoors, a rug or a carpet will do, okay? Nothing crazy. It's gonna be basically 4 parts that we're gonna be doing. Don't mind my puppy. Okay, so the first part is gonna be a warm-up, then we're gonna do some core, which is basically some abs, then a workout, and then a cool down, which is like stretching, yoga type of thing. So let's go ahead and get started with the warm-up. Okay, so the warm-up is gonna consist of 3 rounds of 4 different movements, okay? I'm gonna go through the movements first, demonstrate them to you, and then I'm gonna actually go through the 3 rounds. Remember that throughout this whole entire routine, at any point, if you need to rest, go at your own pace. If you need to stop and get some water, do that. If you want to do less reps, so for example, I have 20 reps of the 4 things in the warm-up. If you think maybe 10 is good for you, do that, okay? So depending on our level of fitness, right? If we're a beginner, if we're just kind of getting out there to move a little bit, you're gonna want to stay on the lower side of things, right? If you're a little more advanced, then you can crank up the intensity a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna demonstrate our 4 movements first, and then we'll get into it, okay? So our first movement is jumping jacks, okay? So for your jumping jacks, you're basically, if you're a student, you do these all the time during PE, right? You're gonna open your hands and your legs at the same time, clapping at the top, right? So it looks like this, 1, 2, right? For your high knees, it's 20, okay? You're just literally gonna bring your knees up. It's kind of like running in place, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that until you get to 20, okay? For your butt kicks, it's going to be literally, you're gonna bring your foot up to your butt and keep up, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. And then for your arm circles, you're gonna hold your arms out. We're gonna do 20, we're gonna do 10 forward, right? It's gonna be small circles, and then 10 backwards, okay? Like that. And it's gonna be 3 rounds of that, okay? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go a pretty controlled pace. If you wanna go a little faster, feel free. It should take a few minutes. It's 3 rounds of it, and we'll be warm by then, and then we'll get into our core, okay? So let's start off with our jumping jacks. Don't go too crazy on this part. Okay? All right, round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, let's move on to our high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Butt kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Arm circles. Forward first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty, last round of our warm-up. Give you guys a second to catch your breath. I'm a little out of breath. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, let's go on to our high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have a special guest. Alright, and butt kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Arm circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty, we're done with our warm-up. Catch your breath, get some water, and we'll move on to our core. So for the core part, you're basically just going to need some kind of mat. If you're indoors and you have like rug or carpet anywhere soft that you can lay on, that works, okay? If you don't have like a mat or a yoga mat, a towel will work, okay? So here we're looking at 4 rounds, and it's basically going to be a total of 4 minutes. So you're going to work for 20 seconds, rest for 10 seconds, work 20 seconds, rest 10 seconds, and you're just going to repeat that 4 times, okay? This is not a specific amount of reps that you're doing each time, right? It's more just for time. So you can go as slow as you like, you can rest as often as you like. Just remember it is 20 seconds of work, so it's not a big time period, so you don't want to rest too long because then you're not doing any work, okay? So it's 2 movements. It's going to be butterfly sit-ups and flutter kicks. And remember, this is for your core, your abs, okay? So butterfly sit-ups, flutter kicks, and then the other 2, the 10-second periods, are just rest, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate the 2 movements. So for your butterfly sit-ups, you're basically going to sit kind of like that butterfly stretch that we do, right? Where you're going to sit back, okay? And then it's a sit-up, so you're just going to sit all the way up and touch your hands in front of your feet, okay? So it's going to be 20 seconds of that, a controlled pace. Don't go too hard, okay? It'll add up within the 4 minutes. If you cannot sit all the way up, that is okay. I have a modification for you. So put your feet flat, right? And you're just going to reach for your ankles. So you're gonna kind of contract your stomach. So you don't want to be flat like this, right? You want to contract the abs, that way you're working those muscles. And you're just gonna reach for your ankles. 2, 3, 4, side to side. Like that, okay? So that'll be a little bit easier than the actual sit up all the way up, okay? And then our other movement is flutter kicks. So for that one, you're going to lay all the way down, right? Hands kind of underneath your bottoms. I'll shift a little because my guest star over here. Okay, so you're gonna lay flat, hands underneath your bottoms. You're gonna lift your feet. You're gonna keep your shoulders off the ground just slightly, so you're not flat again, right? And you're just gonna kick your feet like that, okay? Nice and slow and controlled, buddy. Nice and slow and controlled, and it's just for 20 seconds. Okay, if you find that to be a little bit too difficult, then you can do what we call high plank instead. So you're basically just going to almost like the push-up position, right? And you'll just hold it for the 20 seconds. All right, you can keep that mat. I'll go to this one. All right, so you just hold it for the 20 seconds, just like that, okay? And you want to make sure just during this, you keep this tight, okay? You don't want to arch up or sink down. Keep it tight so that you're working your actual core, okay? So butterfly sit-ups, flutter kicks, they're a little too challenging for you, then just do the ankle touches instead and the plank hold, okay? So we'll work for 20 seconds, we'll rest 10 seconds. Work for 20 seconds, rest 10 seconds, that's one round. We're doing it 4 times. Remember, this is nice and controlled, okay, because the reps will add up. So don't go crazy here. And let me set the timer too. Okay, so we're going to start with the butterfly sit-ups. And give a second to get situated. Go.
Make sure we can see each other.
We're 12 seconds in, almost there. One more rep. All right, 20 seconds. So now we rest for 10. So now your next movement is going to be your flutter kick. So just get ready for it. We're going in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, at any point, if you need to kind of take a rest, perfectly fine. Take your rest and then just jump back in. 5 more seconds, almost there. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay? So that's one round. We're going to do that 3 more times. All right, so get ready for your butterfly sit-ups. And go. You want to make sure if you're doing your butterfly sit-ups that your hands are going to go all the way back when you go back, and then in front of your feet when you come forward. Also, if you're doing your ankle reaches, remember you're just flat and you're tapping your ankles. 4 seconds. Stop. Okay, so now you're going to get ready for your flutter kicks. Remember, you can just hold that high plank if your flutter kicks are a little too challenging. Ready? Go. Seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. I think we did an extra 10 on that one. Okay, no, that's it again. All right, starting round 3, butterfly. 3, 2, 1, go. You guys should be sweating by now. I know I broke a sweat already. Time. All right, flutter kicks. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, so that's 3 rounds, 1 to go. Going in 5 seconds. Get ready for your butterfly sit-ups. Go. We're 10 seconds in, 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, last round here. So you got your flutter kicks, and we're done with the core. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Squeeze those abs. Try to lift the shoulders off the ground so you're in a hollow position. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, time. All right. So if your abs feel a little tight, it's perfectly normal. Feel free to roll on your stomach and do this little cobra stretch here. Hold that for a few seconds. It's going to help stretch out those abs. If you're not used to doing abs or core, you may feel a little sore. Perfectly normal. Alrighty, so if you're still with us, great job. Proud of you. We've already gotten a good sweat in and we're not even at the workout part. That's not to scare you away though, hang in there. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at our workout. So your workout is this portion right here. It is a 10-minute, what we call an AMRAP, which basically means as many reps as possible in the given 10 minutes. So what does this mean? You're going to be working at your own pace, right? So you're going to do these 4 movements, all right? And I'm going to show you each of the 4 movements now, but basically it's 10 alternating lunges, 5 on each leg, 5 push-ups, 10 air squats, 5 burpees. And there's modifications for all of these, so don't be scared if you haven't done them or if you need a modification, okay? Keep track of how many rounds and reps that you complete, so you can post it in the comments and we can see how we did compared to one another. So let's go ahead and look at each of the movements. Okay, so for your 10 alternating lunges, you're going to want to be on something soft if you're taking your knee all the way down to the ground. So if you do have a soft surface, you will step forward with one leg and the back leg will touch in the back. Make sure that when you come down, you are stepping forward enough where your knee is not going over your toes, okay? You don't want your knee to pass your toes because that's going to put strain on your knee for no reason, okay? Also, you want to keep your torso upright, no hunching forward or leaning backwards, okay? Sorry. So I'm going to show you a few good reps, right? Step forward, down, back up, feet together, then go to the other side, back up, feet together, right? That would be 2, 3, 4, okay? Make sure that when you also step out, your legs aren't too close together because that's going to be difficult to balance, right? Make sure your legs are like shoulder width apart when you start. That way when you step forward, you're not in an awkward spot, right? Step forward, drop, come back up, okay? And we want to make sure not to compromise our form to try to go faster, right? Because you can end up, hurting your knee or anything. So just keep that good form the whole way. Don't compromise it for intensity, okay? Your second movement is a push-up, okay? So for the push-up, yeah, it's 5 on each side, right? So the alternating lunges, again, it's 1, right? Then this leg would be 2, and you would go until you get to 10. So it's 5 and 5, right? But you're doing them alternating, okay? The push-ups, so if you're comfortable with push-ups and you can do a full push-up, right, it's gonna look like this, kind of like when we held the plank, right? That's how you start off. You wanna make sure your back is flat. Don't go up or down, right? You're gonna basically go your chest down to the floor. Try to keep your feet together, right? So like that, and then come back up, okay? If this is difficult for you, which it is, okay? Because it took me a while to even be able to do one push-up, so don't feel bad, okay? You can do it on your knees, okay? And what you would do is, again, you would want a soft surface if you're doing it on your knees. You keep your knees on the floor. You're gonna lean forward, same position, right? And then you're just gonna go down and back up, okay? Same concept, keep your back straight, down and back up. So you're basically gonna use your knees to take some of that weight off of your arms, okay? And then it's gonna be 5 of those. Your next movement is air squats, okay? For your air squats, again, same concept with the lunges where you don't want your knee to go over your toes when you squat, okay? So be conscious of that. You want your stance to be at least about hip shoulder width apart, okay? You don't want to be too narrow because that's awkward. You don't want to be too wide either, okay? So just kind of a comfortable stance for you, or you can go down and then come back up, okay? So you want to ideally go down where your hip crease is below your knee. A lot of mobility plays into account there. So if you can get below your knee, that's perfectly fine. If you feel more comfortable like in a quarter squat, that works, okay? If you've never done an air squat, I recommend staying a little bit higher. Don't try to go too low, okay? If you don't work out often, again, go more to like that air squat, that quarter squat, so you're not going all the way down. If you want to challenge yourself though, go below parallel and then stand back up, okay? You want to make sure that your knees are not coming in, okay? Your toes point them a little outward, okay? If your knees are caving in, you might want to open your legs a little bit more and maybe don't go as low, okay? Because we want to keep from our knees caving in. 10 of those. And then it's going to be 5 burpees. For your burpees, okay, a normal full burpee would be basically jumping your feet back, coming down to the ground, so your chest is on the ground, right? So it's like this, and then you get up. So you jump your feet up, and then you're gonna clap over your head, okay? Some modifications there, okay? You can step back. So you don't jump your feet back, you step back. Come down, and then you're gonna step up, okay? So that's gonna reduce some of the impact from jumping back and jumping forward, and it's gonna help your arms as well, they won't get as taxed, okay? So again, full burpee, jump back, chest on the ground, jump up, clap overhead. If you wanna modify it, step back, step up, still doing your clap overhead because you wanna reach that full extension at the top, okay? So let's look at it one more time. It's gonna be 10 of the alternating lunges, 5 push-ups, 10 air squats, 5 burpees. If you want to write this down, maybe pause the video and write it down so you can see it. You can, okay? That way you keep track of it. And all of this would be 1 round, right? So if in 10 minutes I do, let's say, 3 rounds, right? That would be 15 and 15, 30 per round. So that would be 90 reps is what I would get as my score, right? So just keep track of how many rounds you're doing so that you know how you end up doing, okay? It's going to be 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. You can't see my timer. If you want to set your own timer, you may do that. Okay, so just pause the video if you want to write down the workout so that you can see it, and if you want to get a timer so that you can set your own timer to go along with us. I'm going to go a pretty controlled pace so I can kind of talk to you guys through it. Manny's probably going to go a little bit of a faster pace. So if you want to challenge yourself and try to stick with him, do that. Remember, everything can be modified to your level, okay? If something feels uncomfortable, don't do it. Do the slightly easier version of it, okay? Focus again, your knees, good form on the lunges, and open outward on the air squats, no caving in, okay? I'll talk to you guys through it as we're going through it though. But yeah, so we have 10 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Remember, drink water. I'm gonna take a sip actually before we begin. And don't go too crazy because it's kind of like a marathon, right? We're gonna keep moving for 10 minutes. The idea is not to do 1 round super fast and then have your hands on your knees, right? You wanna go a pace where you're gonna just kind of move the entire time, okay? All right, so ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Remember on the push-ups, it's 5 of them. If you need to go to your knees, go to your knees. Okay, air squats, you want to go at least shoulder width apart, point your toes out just a little. Go as low as you feel comfortable, okay? without compromising your torso. You don't want to lean forward or backwards. Okay, burpees from the back. Two. Maybe you should stay my pace. 3. 4, so it's not confusing. 5. Okay, remember you can step back and step forward too if you like on the burpees. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Air squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, burpees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's 2 rounds, and we're 240 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, feel free to rest whenever you feel you need it. Air squats. Burpees. Okay, 3 rounds in. Everyone's going their own pace, so you may be 4 rounds in, you may be 2 rounds in. It's all good. We're all doing it together. That's what matters.
Okay.
Alright, push-ups. Air squats. Here guys, 450 in, almost halfway there. Burpees. Four rounds in for us. Starting on 5. 1. Oh, it's hot. 2, 3, 4. 5. Keep going. Again, be conscious on your knees here. Don't slam the back one into the ground, and don't let your front one cross your toes, okay?
tell me to keep count?
Yeah. What is it? Air squats. As low as you feel comfortable in these. It's 5 rounds in for us. We are 6:27 in. A little over 3 minutes left. Hang in there, we're almost done. That's 6 rounds for us. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Remember, whatever pace you're going, it's perfectly fine. And if you're doing it with somebody and they're going a different pace, perfectly fine. The point is that we're moving. Getting that heart rate up, sweating, it matters. Minute and a half in. Almost done. Or left, sorry. Starting round 8. Let's see if we can get through round 8. 1 minute left, guys. You feel good? Feel like you got another gear? Crank it out. You got 1 minute left. If you're tired, don't worry, we're almost there. "25 seconds. Seconds. 5. Time. Alrighty. So, get some water. Catch your breath a little bit. Grab breath. It's perfectly normal. So are we. You have space to kind of walk around. Do that. regardless of how many rounds or reps you've done, if you are still with us at this point, you're amazing. You've done plenty and you should be super proud of yourself. Alrighty, so our last part of this routine is going to be a more relaxed yoga, stretching type of thing. Alright, so basically we have about 10 minutes left, and it's going to be a minute of each pose. So they're like stretches. It's kind of resembles a little bit of yoga. If you have an app that has music, I highly suggest that you pick like a meditation or yoga station and let that play while you are stretching. Focus on your breathing. If you're a little out of breath like we are still, the stretching and the breathing is going to help you kind of come back down. All right, so our first one is a seated straddle. And for this one, I'll just kind of demonstrate it as we get to it. And then we'll go ahead with the minute. Yeah, you put it down. All right, so for your seated straddle, it's basically exactly what it sounds like. You're going to sit on your mat, on the carpet, or whatever soft flooring you have, right? And you're going to open your legs like a straddle. Again, some of us are going to be really flexible. My cheerleaders, my dancers, you girls are going to be like in a full straddle, right? Some of us are not that flexible, right? Your legs can be a little bit more close together, right? So wherever you feel comfortable. And in these stretches, you want to make sure you feel a stretch, but you don't feel pain, okay? We don't want pain because pain will bring injury, and we don't want to overdo it, right? You want it to feel, and remember you have a full minute. So as you breathe into the stretch, you'll be able to kind of stretch a little deeper, okay? So that's why you want to concentrate on your breath too. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do 1 minute here. Starting now. Okay, and you want to just kind of reach as much as you feel comfortable, okay? And as the minute goes by, as you breathe into your stretch, you feel a little better, you can go a little lower, okay? No pain though, just maybe a slight discomfort if you're stretching. All right, we're already 30 seconds in, so you have about 30 seconds left here. Try to get that deep breath in if you can. Long exhale. And on the exhale, you'll feel that you can go down a little bit more. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. All right, so for our next pose, we have the butterfly pose. So this is very similar to the butterfly sit-ups that we did. Right? So you're gonna sit with the bottoms of your feet practically together, right? And again, this is gonna depend on your mobility, your flexibility. So some of us might be up here, that is perfectly fine. Some of us might be able to go all the way down and then put our heads up, that's perfectly fine, okay? Wherever you feel comfortable, there's no right or wrong, okay? 1 minute. Remember, we want to feel a stretch, but no pain. We don't want to push it too much. And breathe into it. When you exhale, you'll feel that you can go down a little bit more. Seconds in, 30 seconds left. $20 seconds left. Ten more seconds. Time. All right, for this next pose, I can see Oh, it's the needle. So this one's gonna kind of stretch our arms a little bit more. So you're gonna lay on your stomach.
30 seconds each one.
And you are going to basically get one arm underneath your body. Yeah. Okay? And you're just gonna lay on it. And it's gonna stretch the arm that you're laying on pretty much. Right? Depending on how tight your shoulders might be, you'll feel the stretch more or less. Okay? You can kind of lean into it where you feel it stretch a little bit more. Okay? Wherever you feel that it's stretching is good. There's no right or wrong here either. Can't see the time either. Alright, 10 seconds left. And then we're just gonna switch arms and do the same thing on the other arm. Okay, so the other arm through and lay down. I kind of feel this in my shoulder/chest area, okay? Depending on where you might be a little sore. You might not feel it at all if you're not really sore. And that's okay too, just breathe through it. Remember, slight discomfort is okay because that means it's stretching. Pain, not good. Means you need to rearrange your position. We don't want to feel pain. And throughout all these poses, make sure that you're focusing on your breath, breathing. Okay? The deeper your exhale, the deeper you're going to be able to kind of sink into your poses. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Time. Alright, so our next pose is going to be our lizard pose. And for our lizard pose, your left leg is going to come forward. Okay? And your right leg will stay back. Right? And this is not a very challenging pose, I guess you can say. It's going to be, I guess the amount that you lean forward is going to determine how much you're stretching this back hip flexor area. Okay? So if I lean forward more, I'm going to feel it more. So wherever you feel comfortable is perfectly fine. So if this is good for you, stay there. If you feel good leaning forward and bring your hands down, perfect. If you can come down to your elbows, that's comfortable. That works too. Okay? So wherever you feel comfortable, all the way down, or arms extended, or back here. Okay? You want to feel stretch, no pain, no too much discomfort, right? We have about 10 seconds left here. Alright, you can come up, and we're going to do the same side, same thing on the other side. So now you're going to bring your right leg forward, okay? And come down as much as you feel comfortable. If you feel a little looser throughout the minute, then you can go a little deeper into the stretch. Okay, don't force it though. 30 seconds left. Seconds. Alright, for our next pose, it's pretty similar. It's called the pigeon pose, except your leg is going to fold on the mat in front of you. Okay. So this one also, approach it with caution. Okay. Depending on how flexible you are, you'll be able to go lower, or you'll have to stay a little higher. Okay. So we don't stretch often. This is probably not feasible. Okay. If you are comfortable here, then you may go down forward onto your forearms, okay, or all the way down, stretch your arms out. If this is tough for you, then you might need to stay a little higher, okay? If this position is not doable at all, no, I started it. Yeah, you can start it, okay? So go ahead and begin. So if this position is not doable at all, I would suggest you just kind of stay a little bit higher, okay? Kind of like the lizard pose that we just did. You can just kind of do that one again, okay? Again, it's a little uncomfortable on the hips, okay? So you will feel like a little bit of sharpness depending on how sore you are, but you don't want to feel like excruciating pain, okay? Ooh. Okay, if you can't go all the way down and you feel comfortable, then just breathe into that stretch. The more you breathe, the more comfortable you're going to feel. Stretches left, guys, about 3 more minutes. So amazing job if you're still with us. Super proud of you. All right, that minute's up. So now you're going to switch legs. So your right leg will come forward now, fold it, and pull down as much as you feel comfortable. Once again, if this position is a no-go for you, just kind of go back into that lizard position that we previously did. Stretch kind of in your IT band, in your hips, right? If you feel a sharp pain in your knee, that is not good. Back off. You don't want to feel that sharp pain in your knee. That is not what we're going for, okay? We want it to stretch more so on the outside of our hips and quads by our IT band. Okay? 5 seconds. Alrighty. So from here, we have our downward dog, which if you know anything about yoga, you've probably heard of this at least. Okay, you're gonna go hands about push-up position, legs up, and then you're gonna kind of lean back. So you're gonna feel this in your hamstrings and in your calves as well. Okay. If you can get your feet flat, you'll probably increase the amount of that you're stretching, right? If you can't, that's okay. Go as much as you feel is comfortable for you. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so for this very last pose, it is my favorite. You are going to lay down on your back and you are going to breathe deeply for 1 minute, okay? Breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and relax all the muscles in your body. Just kind of loosen up, okay? Be proud of yourself for the hard work that you've done. We got 1 minute of what we call our rebound, okay? Starting now. Seconds left. today. I hope you guys enjoyed your little workout in my backyard here. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Okay? Love you guys. Have a great day.